In this episode of No Front Brakes, find out what night lights you should absolutely be using. Welcome to No Front Brakes, where I ride my mountain bike with a prosthetic arm. It's been a minute since I've been to the Spider Mountain Resort in Burnet, Texas. This day it was for a very special event, so I got some laps in with Rain and my buddy Alden.
Hi.
It was July in Texas, so we were thankful for the cloud cover. Even with it being overcast, it was still over 100 degrees, 37 degrees Celsius. We had to roll down to the lake to cool off with some swimming. Of course, my attitude off the bike is similar to when I'm riding. Ooh, look, something shiny in the water. Seriously, you can talk me into anything, even a belly flop. Afterwards was the event we were there for, the Spider Mountain Downhill Night Race, thrown by
Team Trail Party.
I've never heard of a downhill night race. It sounded like an insurance nightmare, but I was thrilled to take part in it. We had all gathered up at the top for our first lap down at dusk. The top third was on a blue jump line, and most people were steezing out on the tables, like this guy. That guy sucks. Oh wait, that was me. Well, I guess you want to see my first lap at dusk? The top tier was Antidote. I didn't have my lights set up for this run. It was still light enough out to wear the tinted goggles. What I could have used was some more speed because I was casing everything. If you can't tell, these trails are super dry and dusty. Rippers have been riding them all summer in the triple-digit heat. Hey, when you get a chance to ride lift access an hour away, you take it. The next closest lift is almost 12 hours away. The middle and the bottom tiers of the race were Viper's Den. I love this middle section. It's poppy and playful before it gets into some Texas chunk. By this point, I'm starting to huff and puff. You would think that 350 feet of elevation change wouldn't leave you winded, but at race speed, any trail will do that. Remember those tinted goggles? I was starting to regret wearing them in this bottom section. There's a lot more tree cover, and the sun was setting on the other side of the mountain. Here's the rock garden people were posting up at. Time to pick up as much speed as I could before hitting one last set of berms and then rolling back out to the road. Woo! Back up to the top for the second lap, this time in the dark. So one company really hooked it up. Remember late last year when I jokingly made a night ride video out of those crazy lights? Well, a company called Gemini Lights reached out to me at the time, and when this race got scheduled, it seemed like the perfect time to try them out. Gemini sent me two pre-production lights. First, the Duo 2200 Multisport, which I mounted to my full face under the visor, and the Titan 4000 OLED, which got mounted to my handlebars. That's right,
6,200 lumens of light.
these things are awesome. The handlebar light even has an LED power indicator on the back. Everybody at the top was kitted up with lights and ready to roll, but I'm pretty sure that I had the brightest setup there.
Eric! 4, 3, 2, Ghostbusters!
And now let's see just how well these things work. First off, having redundancy is great. You never want to be out in the woods and have your only light die. Second, the great thing about having lights mounted in two different ways is that you get one set of lights directly on the trail ahead of you from my handlebars, and another spot wherever you happen to look from my helmet. They illuminated all the right spots. They were so bright that I could see shadows on the back side of the chunk, so I knew exactly what I was getting into before I even got there. I feel like the limitation on this run wasn't the fact that it was dark, but that it was dusty. 30 seconds between riders was barely enough time for that brown pow-pow to settle. I 100% back these Gemini lights, but of course, hashtag sponsored not sponsored, I want to be transparent and remind you that they sent these to me to try out.
That was so dusty.
I lost my light right at that tech section at the bottom. I think it unplugged. Just like this. Yep. Oh, that's so fun.
How do you turn it off? Ooh, it's hot as
Is it?
Yeah, that thing is on fire. Were the lights good though?
Oh, yeah.
Just like that, the race was over. Yours truly didn't podium, but I gave it my best. Huge shout out to Gemini Lights for hooking it up and letting me test out some prototypes. Huge thanks also to Team Trail Party for continuing to put on great enduro events in Central Texas. Also, thanks to each one of you for watching this video, and until next time, stay shreddy.